Hey, what's up, y'all? As promised, I told y'all that I would get you a Luke Cage video. Luke Cage issue number 1, all about the gang war. We're going to find out what's going down. We're going to find out what Luke's doing. We're going to find out how he's doing it. This is Be Real with D-Real. Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. Sweet Christmas. It's your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real where Edutainment explains it. We're going to get right into it because we don't have no time. Is it a rush? No, it's not a rush. But y'all been waiting. I feel like y'all been waiting a while to see this video and get the particulars broke down. So I'm going to break them down for you. But before I do that, we are going to do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when the material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share because edutainment is what I do. And we're going to get to doing it, y'all, with Luke Cage, issue number 1. My man, Rodney Barnes is putting it down on the writing chores. Ramon Bachs is the artist. Andrew Dowhouse is the colorist. And that cover is by the Kanan White. Luke Cage defeated Wilson Fisk to become mayor of New York, but Fisk left behind the Anti-Vigilante Act. Anti-Vigilante. Anti-Vigilante. Say that fast 5 times. The Anti-Vigilante Act, a law that labels superheroes as vigilantes. Luke has sworn to uphold the law, even though deep down he misses the days when he was just a hero for hire. And now this is how bad it's gotten since this Vigilante Act. The criminals have carved the city up. So if you look real close at this, each villain, some of those names you may recognize, like the Enforcer, the Hobgoblin, Hammerhead, and the Magia, Ringmaster, Tombstone, Diamondback, the Owl, Black Mariah, the Rose. There are a lot, basically, a who's who of creepy criminal folk. When this story opens up, Luke Cage is holding a press conference. And during that press conference, excuse me, he is telling the press crime is up 75%. Damn. And costume criminals are robbing banks and financial institutions. What can be done about that? Luke Cage is trying to assure these people that the law is going to do what they going to do. But the law was never able to handle superpowered crooks when there were superheroes around. They were always bailing their fat out of the fire. So J. Jonah Jameson is in the audience talking smack and telling all of this rhetoric that Luke Cage is giving the crowd about, you know, it being under control and we're going to take care of it. He is sounding very much like a politician. Politics are nuanced. That's why I don't like them. Now, Luke is tired of mayor stuff because he don't like the hassle of it. Then why did you become mayor? He don't like the hassle of it. So Luke is dipping out and getting away. He hit the ground for somebody who weighed like 400 pounds. Oh, he hit the ground quite gently. But he gets out and Luke goes to, look at that, Sylvia's. Luke decided to go to Sylvia's. We all know about Sylvia's. If you have ever been to New York and you ever been to Harlem, Sylvia's soul food restaurant is the spot apparently that you have to go. I have never been, but I do want to go. And I think at some point before I croak, I will. So that means sometime soon. So he's talking basically to Danny about the good old days and wishing that Heroes for Hire were back. And while they're up in there, a bank robbery is taking place. Wow, big whoop. So Luke stiffs Danny on the bill, makes him pay it, and tells him the city will reimburse him. Hops in a cab. These guys are robbing this bank. They have some advanced tech, and it blows a squad car high into the air. What is Luke Cage's response? That right there, him totally demolishing the squad car. Now he's ready to go in there and handle business. And these guys are shooting bullets that Luke Cage can feel. And so Luke Cage, as usual, rips off his shirt, gets ready to go in there mad. And the cop reminds Luke about the Vigilante Act and that he can't go running in there and do that. So Luke breaks out. Where does Luke break out to? Luke said, bump this. I'm going to have to put my ear to the street. As mayor, I haven't been able to do that. So he goes and talks to this fella, Hanson Holmes, formerly a criminal scientist that handled criminal tech, but he retired, said he's leaving that to the young bucks. Luke needs a name, and he gives him a name, Alistair Smythe. Ooh. And before he cuts out, he's like, hey, man, you got to give me my money for that info. And he's like, oh, I had to check if you were slipping. And my man said, never that. I love Rodney Barnes's writing style. So Luke's next stop is to the house of one Miss Estelle, who I call the black equivalent of Edna Mode. He needs a costume, something low-key that he can creep around in. So she's taking his measurements and listening to him on the phone talking about mayor problems. And her response is, didn't nobody tell you had to run for mayor? No use complaining now. And he wants to use her Wi-Fi password. And her Wi-Fi password is reelect Fisk 2026. So here we get to see Luke's new covert ops costume. I don't like it at all. I do not like it. It's uglier than the blue pants and the yellow shirt, in my opinion. And that chrome dome on the top, that's ugly. that's mad ugly, fam. So now Luke goes and finds out where Alistair Smythe's hideout is. And of course, he is met with opposition that he has to square off with. So Luke Cage decides he's going to make a hole in the wall so he can have more room to squab with these guys. And strangely enough, they do not come out of the hole in pursuit. What's up with that? Come to find out, there are other superheroes that got the same idea as Luke Cage. And those other superheroes are Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger run into these same folks, and Luke Cage offers an assist. And we find out these are robots. Oh, and where are these robots coming from? That's right. Alistair Smythe. He's up and kicking and around and enjoying that he is the person supplying everybody with what they need to commit their crimes. What is Luke's response to this going to be? Start a new team to battle crime in New York City. Cloak and Dagger are his first recruits. And you see right there, they said we in. They're down to clown. Is Luke Cage going to have like a Civil War type thing going on where he's fighting the city of New York because he wants to be a vigilante and there's an anti-vigilante law in place? We're going to have to tune in. we're going to have to check out the next issue of Luke Cage. Did y'all enjoy this issue? Are y'all enjoying this issue? If you are rocking with it, let me know how you feel about Luke Cage #1 in the comments. That's it for now, but fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.